Are you saying that minimum 50 runs? Would you say minimum you've got to score 50 runs first 6 overs, irrespective of the opposition, even if it means you might lose a wicket or two? Lalchand, is that what you're saying? 50 runs minimum in the first 6 overs?
Minimum, I would say, yeah, 50 runs to 50 to 55 is good score to start with. And with a batting lineup of ours, if we can't get 50-55, then we are way behind. If you look at other teams as well, they go really hard. Even if they lose wickets, they will go hard at it. Because in bowling, the first 6 overs will decide. In batting, the first 6 overs decide. See, we have to tick the boxes because we've got 3 boxes like say 1 to 6, 7 to 15 and 15 to 20. If you are way behind in 1 to 6, then you are having a catch up in 7 to 15, and then you really struggle to really go hard from the last 5 overs. So I think you've got to start well. If you start well, you end up well. I think that is the area where we have to really look at and how we can improve on that aspect. Which are the players who can be good enough to really start? See, like earlier days, Sehwag used to go berserk. When we were Sehwag and Gautam Gambhir, when we played in 2007, I think they were really good and they really complemented each other. And every game, Gautam Gambhir was the highest run scorer in the 2007 World Cup. So you've got to look at those options because here we never had options. If somebody failed, we never had an option to turn around and look at somebody. So we really had to go with the same openers. They were not firing, but we had to go on. And what happened at the end, in the semi-final, we really failed miserably.
Shishir Attangdi, therefore, would you have changed the openers? Would you have tried something else? Or as Lalchand is saying, we had no options. You went with KL Rahul, vice captain, and Rohit Sharma, the captain, and they were your 2 openers and they were not in form. Would you have tried to change it at some stage in the tournament? Kirti Azad suggesting maybe a Rishabh Pant could have been pushed to open the batting. Do we need to recognize that you need to change the way you play power plays? We do it in IPL, but we are not able, the same batsman can't replicate in a World T20 tournament.
Rajiv, I just think that, the template of a T20 game has to be attack in the first, in the power play. And that is only because it sets the trend for the game. And we found really wanting in the power play. I mean, we lost wickets. We couldn't achieve a certain amount of, a certain number of runs in the power play, which actually slowed down. If you see most teams, even if they lose early wickets, they still are using the power play to maximum benefit. So yes, I do endorse, to answer your question, the possibility of using a Rishabh Pant top of the order, because look, at the end of the day, it's a 120 ball game, and there's a very little chance that you'll get all out. So you may as well look at your match winners, your game changers, to take most of the 120 ball games, 120 balls. If you do that, you're in with a better chance of trying to upset the opposition rather than, play according to a template which somehow doesn't work in this format. You have to be adaptable and make sure that you make these changes, because change is the only constant in this format. And you've got to take that chance and ensure that your team surprises oppositions. You come at them very hard. I know it's very cliched, but you have to come at them hard because it's a 120 ball game. If you don't do that, you're obviously, with 160 you felt, you were comfortable, you are in with a chance, par score, etc., etc., etc. But the fact is, you saw the way Hales and Butler played. They just went after us, and at the end of the day, the score suggests it was a one-sided game.